This interview with Ozzy Dugulubgov was recorded on September 21st, 2016. He will be facing Justin Gaethje in the main event of World Series of Fighting 33 on October 7th, 2016. Without further ado, here's the interview. Ozzy Dugulubgov.
Yes.
Steve Jewin from MMA Mania. Long time no talk. How you been, man?
I've been good, thanks, Steve. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Hey, last time when we talked, you were grappling at the Garden, and now you're going to grapple with Gaethje for this world title.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how's the preparation going? I know the fight's only a couple of weeks away now.
Yeah, preparation is good, thank God. Keeping it busy. I'm out here in New Mexico at the Greg Jackson's gym, and getting ready for the fight.
Who are your main sparring partners there at Jackson Winklejohn for this fight?
We have a bunch of guys. It's so many athletes here right now. A lot of people coming in and going. So it's always variety of training partners and tough guys.
All right, I guess maybe then a more specific question would be, who's your favorite sparring partner?
A lot of guys from Russia was here, and wrestling-wise, they were very good. Some guys such as Donald Cerrone is a sparring partner, one of the toughest guys. Lando and a bunch of guys. I don't know. It's a big team. So it's always someone to train with.
That's true, but I do think Donald Cerrone would be a good stylistic preparation for Gaethje because they're both pretty wild and reckless when they get in there for a fight.
Yes, sir.
Anything specific you're looking to do to disassemble Gaethje when he goes in there running at you with a big flying strike?
There's a particular plan we have to bring to this fight, and the main idea is to be prepared for any situation where the fight will take us. So that's our main goal, is to be prepared for all the aspects of the fight, and whatever fight goes to, we want to be the best at it.
And Gaethje, even though he's known mostly for his exciting striking, he's got a lot of wrestling skills too, so you got to be prepared for that. You can't just assume he's going to want to stand and bang.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time we look at our opponents, we look at them as being dangerous in every aspect, such as striking, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and as I said before, we're just trying to be prepared for any situation and be the best at it.
Well, one of those situations you might have to prepare for is his leg kicks, because Gaethje and Edson Barboza, I think, are like neck and neck for guys that can finish somebody just with leg kicks.
Yeah, that's one of his things that he does very well, and we obviously preparing for that as well.
What about your arsenal? What do you think has improved the most? Because it's been a little while since we've seen you. It's been like almost a year now.
I have a busy times. So many things going on. So, I'm trying, simple, same guy, just trying to improve on everything little by little. That's it. Nothing special.
Nothing special, but it is a special fight because it's a title shot. So at the same time, I've got to think, every tool in the shed's a little sharper coming in for this one.
Absolutely. It's no brainer that, this kind of fight, you have to be at your highest level of the performance. So that's our main goal, man. We just trying to be good at punching, trying to be good at kicking, trying to be good at wrestling, everything. That's the main idea.
Now, with Justin being 16-0 to this point, and other people have told me they've had the key to solve the puzzle that would give Justin Gaethje his first loss, what will set you apart from everybody else that's tried so far and been unable to do it?
Listen, Steve, it's very hard to talk about the future, only God knows what's gonna happen over there, but I'm gonna bring to him Ozzy. He never faced Ozzy before, so that's the new thing that I'm gonna bring to him.
That's fair. I can't argue with that. So let's say that things go well, that it works out, and you are able to capture the title. I know we can't predict the future, but if you do look into the future, who would you like to face as a first opponent if it goes well?
I don't even know. They said I heard that if I take the title, that we're gonna have a immediate rematch. So probably then, if I take the title, the next fight would be Gaethje again.
Well, rematches do seem to be a popular theme for Gaethje. He had a couple of really good fights there with Luis Palomino, so that rematch could be definitely the first way they go.
Yeah.
There are other guys in the mix too, like Jason High, Brian Foster, there's Luis Firmino. There's a lot of guys out there that are waiting for a shot too.
Yeah, actually, Luis Palomino is now with us training over here, and he's a good guy, tough guy as well. But he's from what we see and from what we hear right now, he's dropping the weight class, so he's not going to be fighting 155 anymore.
How's the diet and the weight coming for the fight? Everything on point right now?
Yeah, thank God. I never had problems with the dieting and weight cut because I studied and I do it myself because I'm a fitness instructor as well. I'm into a fitness industry, so all these diet stuff, it's easy for me.
Well, take us through what it's like for you right now, like your daily routine, getting proper nutrition and doing it scientifically to get ready for the fight.
I don't know. It's very simple to me. Waking up in the morning, getting your energy going with some natural stuff, honey and stuff like that. Chia seeds. Getting hydrated, going to training, doing the morning session, coming home, good refuel. Eat, drink, rest, and night session again, and that's it. Over and over.
Is there anything specific you avoid, like carbs, anything that's just completely out?
The main goal is to try to stay all organic, like try to have all natural food, no chemicals as much as we can. And the second thing is obviously is yeast, anything baked, all the bread types, white flour and stuff. And then the third one is the sugar. I'm trying to stay away from sugar, but as much as I can, I'm trying to get my natural sugar from honey, from dates, some type of fruits, and once in a while, I like to throw some dark chocolate in it.
Oh, dark chocolate's great. That's got a lot of antioxidants too, so that's also good for you, even besides just being a more natural way to eat chocolate.
Yes, absolutely. It's a little treat at the end of the week.
Well, that's just what I was about to say, is that the one thing you crave when you have to really cut down and be disciplined during training? Is that like the one thing that you look forward to the most?
You know what? With the food wise, I don't know, maybe it's mental or something. I don't know why, but I never have any cravings, like if I have food, I eat it. If I don't eat it. That's it. It doesn't really bother me, food wise. I never had, I know so many of my training partners, they have plans what they're going to eat after the fight, their little cravings, they have, some of them even have little notes. They're writing it down, the stuff that they're going to have. So with me, thank God, food-wise, it doesn't bother me, First time when I started cutting weight, I remember I was coming home from Hansel Gracie's school in the city. I was walking home and I started craving some pizza, some burgers, something like that, some real food to me. and I was walking home and I saw this homeless guy sitting there and he was eating some weird food that I wouldn't eat myself. And I looked at it and he humbled me down so much that he made me realize there's people who doesn't even know if they're gonna eat what tomorrow or something like that, and me here trying to plan what I'm gonna eat after the fight, or having the cravings and stuff, and it made me shy, and I said, you know what, this food thing, it's not a problem for me anymore. And after that, I never had any type of cravings or like a hard time with the food. Wow. Pre-order the fight, so thank God.
Yeah, that sounds like a very spiritual experience. It's not the kind of thing I hear every day, that a fighter just suddenly realizes food's not important because I don't necessarily have to worry about it and people do. So is that something that you've also incorporated into your life, like, helping the homeless?
I don't want to talk about it too much, but, the thing that I know is, we are created to give, not to take. If everybody would follow that mentality and trying to give back more, I believe we would live in a better world. That's my opinion, my little opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. I'm just human.
I don't think that's a bad way to live at all, so I don't disagree with your opinion. I believe we can all do more to make the world a better place if we try, so that's a good way to live.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And sometimes it's not just about materialistic things. You know, when we hear the words sharing, giving, right away, first thing in this 21st century that we live in, first thing that comes in our mind is to give something such as money, some, like a property or something like that, something materialistic. But a lot of times, you know, it's a friendship, it's a trust, it's a loyalty. You know, being there for someone who has a bad day, you know, I think that's very important. That's the thing that you cannot value, you cannot measure with money or something like that, you know. Being a good friend, being a good family member, that's the number one priority. And after that, everything else is easy.
Let me ask you a related question then, because valuing friendships and personal interactions above material things is great, but sometimes in the fight game, those things get put aside because everybody wants titles and money and championships and opportunities. So how do you strike a balance between the two?
With me, I don't know, it may sound weird, but the fighting business itself, I never chase any type of like titles or anything like that. Number one is I'm doing it for money because it's something that I do good, I think, and I believe I can make some money out of it, and I do it to feed my family, to feed myself. And secondly, I like the challenge. You know, I love the feeling of being there, you know, against some trained opponent who's trying to be better than you, who's trying to get his hand raised, and that's an amazing challenge because you're there facing somebody, the cage is locked, and that's no more politics, no more nothing. You know, it doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what language you speak. It's all about you now. You know, like doesn't matter what they say, doesn't matter what's happened behind the cage. It's all in your hands now, and if God give you a power, God open the doors for you. You know, you get your win, and that's the way how I look at it. You know, that feeling, the feeling of that challenge, the feeling of the competition. You know, it's great. And as I say, the money. You know, I want to make money. That's it. But a title, glory, being out there. You know, I always say that I would fight in the basement if I would make enough money out of it. You know, I don't care if people know me, if I get crazy titles or something like that. You know, as long as I feed my family, that's why I'm doing this.
All right. Well, it sounds like you've got all the priorities in order. You're doing it for the right reasons, not for the glory, but to make a living and to prove yourself as a martial artist. That's the best way to go about it.
That's right. Thank you.
Yes, so it's going to be a tremendous fight coming up October 7th, Kansas City Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City, Missouri. It's the main event, but based on what you're telling me, it's not any pressure. It's just another fight.
Yeah, you know, everybody's trying to look at it like that, but of course, you know, in your mind, you always know, oh shit, it's the main event. Oh shit, I'm fighting for the title, you know. So everything goes back down to how much you yourself can control, not just the words that you throw out there, you know. So we'll see what happens. The fight will show.
All right, the fight will indeed show. We'll look forward to seeing it live on NBC Sports, the main event that night. So, Ozzy, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for the time today.
Thank you so much for having me, Steve.
You bet. Take care.